Today we are talking about Splitsville. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to never miss a video. We have daily content including movie reviews and so much more. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button to never miss a video. Okay, so I had the opportunity, the pleasure of seeing Splitsville. This is a film that I've been wanting to see since I first saw the trailers. There was a AMC Screens Unseen, like one of those early premieres, like a 7 o'clock on a Monday kind of screenings, and I was like 99% sure it was Splitsville, and I was like dead set on going, and something came up at work, and I couldn't go, and I was so mad, and then I come to find out it was Splitsville, and I was just like, oh, because this is a film I've been waiting to see and really wanting to see. Now, the trailers did kind of give it a misconception on what the film was actually about. If you see the trailers, it makes it seem like Mary's character is just a random stranger who randomly finds Dakota Johnson's house, who plays Jolie, and her husband Paul, who's played by Michael Angelo Cavino. Now, it seems like he just kind of randomly stumbles upon this stranger's house, and he kind of finds out that they are non-monogamous and they're open. But it was actually, which is kind of like a misinterpretation of what the film is about. It's actually him and his wife are going to visit them at their beach house, and they're friends. Like, him and Paul are like childhood friends, and he was on his way to their house initially before, of course, in the trailer you see him jump out of the car and like run away. That happens and he runs away, and you have this whole montage. He was actually going to their house initially anyway, so it wasn't, that kind of threw me for a loop because it seemed like this random stranger just kind of appeared there, but he wasn't a random stranger, so that kind of gives the film a little miscontext from what the trailer shown. Not spoiling anything, that's just kind of giving you a little more context for the film, but essentially it's about this couple who has an open marriage, and of course things kind of happen, and Carrie's character then has a romantic interaction with Julia, Dakota Johnson's character, and everything kind of spirals from there. It's very much a romantic comedy, but in like a new kind of way. Like, this is so much what everybody was asking for. Original content. You have a similar structure. It's a romantic comedy to an extent structure, but it's not your typical romantic comedy. It doesn't have your cliches, so to speak, and it's new and refreshing, and it's very original, but again, it still has that homey feel, so it's not like it's completely out of the box. Like, it's not a Ali Aster film like Midsommar or Hereditary, where it's completely outside the box and really kind of strange. It's very much a romantic comedy, heavy on the comedy, but it kind of tweaks the formula a little bit to give it something new and original. And this movie was hilarious. Just from a comedic standpoint, I was laughing throughout the entire movie. I don't remember the time I laughed so hard on a movie, and I wasn't the only one. So the comedy really landed in this movie. And again, the performances were phenomenal. Me personally, a huge fan of Dakota Johnson. Yeah, I know a lot of people be hating on her because of Madam Web. That was not on her performance. I think that was just more of a. Again, I still will say that movie is still a satire that is going to have a cult following in the next 10 years. But moving on from that point, I think this is just a really great original comedy, and it really works. You have funny moments, performances are phenomenal, the pacing's well. I mean, at no point are you going to be bored in this movie. At no point do you see anything coming, because it's so much outside of the realm of ordinary. But again, like I said, it has that feel that it feels familiar and comfortable, which kind of is the perfect blend of an original comedy with a familiarity in its structure and its feel. So it's not completely off the walls. Honestly, all in all, I would say this movie is a Ferris Bueller. I would without question go see this movie in theaters again if it was playing in a theater near me or somewhat close to me. The fact this was only playing in a theater that was like an hour and a half for me at this point, because I missed my 6 days window when it was playing in a theater in my state. So again, absolutely love this movie. I'd give it a Ferris Bueller. I cannot wait to see this movie again. It is literally a delightful comedy. It's a romantic comedy we did not know we needed, and it's very much in the realms of, romantic comedy, like materialistics. It's not that on that formula, though. It's in that realm where it's something new, kind of mixed in with a familiarity of constructor and just kind of something familiar, but a complete new take on it. We're not reinventing the wheel, but we are indeed teaching an old dog new tricks, so to speak. I absolutely adore this movie. I got to give it a Ferris Bueller. Have you saw it? What are your thoughts? Comment below. Let me know.